Hey guys, this is Jean-Claude, and today we are back with another patron opening. Today's deck is for Rhys James. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, I suggest going back. We had Bob the neighbor on. Yeah, it was wonderful. I hope you guys liked that. Bob was very proud to be part of the channel. He's always wanted to do it. So it was nice being able to make a dream come true for someone. Yellow Archon. Mars. Oh, and I also want to say, Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. So Mars, what would a spooky deck even be? I guess it would have to include Mars, maybe Shadows, and then I guess the next scariest thing would be like Brobnar? Logos, and Shadows. Actually, I'll give it to Logos. They are constantly upgrading themselves, so like changing out body parts for cybernetic arms and things, so that's fine. This is a scary deck. Immortal Lastmancer Orlok. Man, the only thing I don't like about these yellow Archons is it's very hard to see them on camera. I'm sure you at least have the outline there. But it's pretty cool looking. I like the double sword thing going on, dual wielding. And while I get this deck open, if this is your first time here, I would love it if you could subscribe. Maybe leave a comment down below. Maybe how long you've been playing the game for. I'm interested in hearing from you guys. Alright, and we are starting off with Playgrad, okay. I believe there can be anywhere between 3 and 7 of these things in a deck. It's 1 power elusive. Each non-rat creature is dealt 1 damage for each rat creature in play, so obviously the more you play, the more they're able to knock out other creatures that are on the board while keeping themselves alive. And 1 power elusive actually isn't too bad. You can keep them around to reap with, so pretty good depending on how many you get. I think if you get in the lower rungs, you don't want like 3 of them. And obviously 7 sometimes might be a little too much, because now you're missing out on the steal and other cool effects that Shadows has. So I guess maybe 5 or 6. 4 might be a little too low as well, but I would say probably 6 is the best number. Okay, so there's 2. So we know there has to be at least 1 more. Okay. And now here's where it gets questionable. So this is number 3. Okay, 4. Very nice. 5. Okay. Are we going to get to 6 or 7? Come on, baby. Oh, okay. Well, 5 is, I think that's a respectable number. I said, I don't think you want too many. You don't want them taking up the whole house. Redlock is 3 power skirmish. At the end of your turn, if you did not play any creatures this turn, gain 1 amber. Well, this is already our 6th creature now. Lights out, amber at every plate. Return 2 enemy creatures to their owner's hands. Brend the Fanatic. Oh, wait a minute. This is actually pretty cool in here. Brend is 3 power skirmish. Whenever you play it, your opponent gains 1 amber. Destroyed, steal 3. Okay. If you have 2 Playgrats in your hand, plus the Brend, you can give them an amber, steal 3 of it. That is pretty solid. I like this guy in here. What a cool card. And a Swindle, Alpha and Omega. Play, steal 3 amber. This is starting out pretty strong. Dusk Chronicles, amber at every play. If your opponent has more amber than you, you draw a card. If you have more amber than your opponent, archive a card. And another Dusk Chronicles, so it's actually kind of cool. Decent chance you'll be able to archive either the Brend or the Playgrats to set up that combo. So that's very nice. Bad Penny, oh gosh. 1 power destroyed, return Bad Penny to your hand. Now we're on to Mars. It's Zorg, 7 power, he enters play stunned. Before the fight, stun the creature Zorg fights and each of that creature's neighbors. Exterminate, exterminate. For each friendly Mars creature you control, destroy a non-Mars creature with lower power. Okay, it's not too bad with Zorg there. Hope you get a Dominator as well. Destroy them all. Destroy an artifact, a creature, and an upgrade. I'm a pretty big fan of this card. In a lot of cases, you're destroying an opponent's artifact and creature. Sometimes it has the perk of hitting an upgrade. It's pretty nice. Containment Field, it's an upgrade. After a creature is used, you destroy it. Vesma Think Drone, 3 power, reap. You may archive a friendly creature or artifact from play. Tixel, Beam Buckler, 4 power, 1 armor. Whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to a creature and move it to either flank of its controller's battle line. Very underrated power there. Oh, and there's 2 of them. Nice. Mindworm, 1 power elusive. Before the fight, the creature Mindworm fights deals damage equal to its power to each of its neighbors. Mars needs amber. Oh, this is so good with those Playgrats. Wow, okay. 1 amber whenever you play it. Each damaged enemy non-Mars creature captures 1 amber from their own side. This combined with the Playgrats is going to take away so much amber from your opponents. That is really cool in here. Mars first, amber whenever you play it. Ready and use a friendly Mars creature. Ixlixi, Fixed Finger, 2 power, 2 armor elusive. Each other Martian creature gets +1 armor. That might be able to help save your creatures from the Playgrats. Carpet Phylloxum, 1 amber whenever you play it. If there are no friendly creatures in play, deal 4 damage to each creature. And now we're on to logos. It's the Curator. Friendly artifacts, interplay ready. I don't think we've seen one. Oh, it's also 3 power. I do not recall seeing an artifact yet. Alright, Curator. What can we possibly see with you in logos that we're looking for? Could it be like a Maverick? Yeah, a Maverick artifact would be interesting that has like an action attached. Knowledge is power. Choose one, archive a card, or for each archived card you have, gain 1 amber. Pretty good because we already have 2 inside of Shadows. Logos and AOA typically has more archived cards, so this could be a nice amber generation card in here. Quantum Finger Trap. Okay, it's an artifact for the Curator. Amber whenever you play it. Action, swap the positions of 2 creatures in a battle line. Not too great of an effect, at least you get amber. Jar Goggles, 2 power and elusive. Play, put a card from your hand face down under Jar Goggle. Destroyed if it's your turn, you get to play the card, otherwise you archive it. Wild Wormhole, amber whenever you play it. Play the top card of your deck. Standardized testing, destroy each creature with the lowest power and each creature with the highest power. Poke, 1 amber whenever you play it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy creature. If this damage destroys that creature, you draw a card. Another Poke. Pip Pip is 2 power. After an enemy creature reaps, stun it. I haven't seen too much archive here in logos. Come on, baby, get some archive. Library of Babel, it's an artifact. Action, draw a card. At least you got 2 artifacts for the Curator. There's an archive. Hexbion, 2 power destroyed. Archive Hexbion in the top card of your deck. It's interesting. This card alone being destroyed actually adds 2 amber to your Knowledge's power, so that's pretty nice. I'd almost want to see another one. We didn't, but it's Binate Rupture. Alpha, each player gains amber equal to the amber in their pool. Alright, let's go back through this. This has a decent amount of synergy in it, some of which are less powerful, some are more powerful. The Curator with the Bobble and the Quantum Finger Trap isn't that great. A little bit of archiving combined with the Knowledge's power we've talked about is nice. Let's get the amber up here real quick, but I do like the Plague Rats and Mars needs amber synergy. That's pretty solid. And the Pokes spreading out a little bit of damage is okay too. Alright, so amber. I'm so busy talking here. Definitely Knowledge's power will have to go up with that. Okay. Not looking too hot, but also not looking too bad. Oh, you know what though? There won't be too much inside of Shadows because we are about to hit the 5 Plague Rats. But as I think this is going to be instrumental for this deck working. Alright, so I'm not sure how often we're going to get amber off this guy, so we're not going to count it. So we got 1. This is a safe steal 3. So we're going to call this 3 amber for you. Even though it's giving your opponent 1, we're not really going to count that against it. It's still getting you 3 amber. So that's going to be 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably more in this deck. So 11, 12. I think we'll get 2 bonus almost every time. 13, 14. We're only going to count this as 1, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And Binate Rupture is a huge gamble in here. We won't count it for anything, but 19 isn't too bad. Amber Control in here. It's going to be very light with a chance of big upside because Mars needs amber. Got Swindle, the Bren the Fanatic, and I believe that was all of it. We're not going to have any other Amber Control if I remember correctly. Yeah, because then we hit the Plague Rats. So it's 1, 2, 3. But what I find interesting here is they're at least bigger, I said. So that's going to be 3 Amber Control, 3 Amber Control the way this deck plays. And there's a good chance this is bigger than that. This potentially could hit 4 or 5, so that's pretty sweet. So only 3 cards. It's not super reliable because you have to draw into them. And it's only 1/12 of your deck, but at least in Keyforge you get to sometimes draw a whole bunch more depending on how much you get to cycle earlier in the game. So it's not too bad, but it's not too great either. But where this deck shines is definitely going to be its board control. Even if your opponent can deal with your Plague Rats after you've plopped them all down, you have a way to kind of negate their last turn with Carpet Phloxem here, so that's pretty good. Mars first. Let's see. Did we have anything that stuck out with that? I don't think there was too many Mars creatures. I mean, being able to get the stun off of Zorg is okay. I guess our best target for Mars first ends up being Mindworm. That's another, once again, big board control. So that's not too bad whatsoever. And these also help controlling the board. Man. All right, so we're going to get to the creatures, but I'm very interested in what the board control looks like in here. I think it's going to be pretty solid. Yeah, even the lights out. All right. But so we do need to look at the creatures. Man, the Curator. I have not found a good Curator deck. Have you guys found one? If so, definitely send me a list down below. I'm interested in seeing something like that. All right, here we go. So we got 1, 2, 5, 10, 15. Okay, 18 creatures. That's right about average. That's not too bad. And I love it. So the board control that's attached to these. Plague Rats are definitely the all-stars of this deck. They're board control, they're amber control, they're probably your best Reapers, to be honest, because after they've controlled the board, I said, having these elusive creatures on the board is very, very strong. So I'm a big fan of the Plague Rats in here. Bad Penny. But yeah, the rest of this deck, I said, you got the board control with the Plague Rats, you got the Beam Bucklers. I guess we'll throw some of them up here. Mindworm, thanks to Mars First, will do it pretty reliably. Pip slows them down, so that's a little bit of board control. Brand the Fanatic, I mean, Skirmish is nice, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to use the combo. You got the Lights Out. Let's see, we won't really put up Mars First, but yeah, the Carpet Phloxem. Standardized Testing, Containment Field, destroy them all, exterminate, yeah. This is going to be pretty good for controlling the board, and that's, I think, what you need the most against Worlds Collide. The only problem, I guess, Worlds Collide, the creatures seem to be bigger on average compared to what we've seen in the first two sets. So that's kind of crazy to think about. Maybe the Plague Rats aren't going to be extremely powerful against the newest set. That's still left to be seen. We don't know until it actually comes out and we get a much bigger look at the set. Alright, as far as a rating for this deck, the Amber was a little bit more than I expected. Amber control is low, but it also has a huge high ceiling. Creatures right about average, a little bit lower power overall. Board control, though, it's way up there. The rating for this deck will be about a B-. I think a B- kind of covers it. It's above average, it's not insane. It's a good, solid performer. It has a lot of decent little bit of synergies that kind of come together to give you some great plays throughout the game. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching my videos, and I will see you next time. You're still in the shot. Get out of here, Bad Penny.